Ever feel like you're missing something when it comes to business success? We're always talking about algorithms and branding, even the color of those little buttons that say click here. But what about the actual ground we're operating on?
Interesting point.
Yeah. Today we're going deep on something that often gets overlooked. Geo-business.
I like it. Geobusiness.
And no, we're not talking about dusting off those old globes. This is about unlocking how place, like actual location, can totally change your bottom line.
It's amazing how often we forget about the power of physical location.
Right. It's like we need someone to wave a giant "Remember Geography" sign.
Especially in a world that's so focused on digital connections.
Exactly. It's easy to think location doesn't matter as much anymore, and that's where today's deep dive comes in. Geobiz Academy. They're all about using geographic data, like real hardcore location stuff, to solve those everyday business problems we all face.
Oh, I've heard of them. They're the ones with the founder,
Dr. Ruslan Rainey's.
yes, Dr. Rainey's. He's got like decades of experience, right?
Over 30 years. And not just as an academic, but someone who's actually used this stuff in the real business world.
That's what makes it so interesting. It's not just theory with him.
Exactly. And that's what really sets Geobiz Academy apart. So before we go any further, we've got to address the elephant in the room, or should I say the map on the table. When we say geobusiness, people might think maps, demographics.
And while those are part of it, Dr. Rainey's work goes way deeper.
It's like, yeah, knowing where your customers are is important, but Geobiz Academy is about understanding the why behind the where.
Precisely. It's about connecting those dots. The where, the why, and what it all means for your bottom line.
Okay, so give me an example. How does this why factor actually play out in a real business?
Let's say you're a retailer and one of your stores just isn't performing well, like sales are sluggish, and you can't figure out why.
Happens all the time.
Right. Now, a traditional analysis might look at your marketing, your inventory.
Your pricing.
Exactly. But Geobiz Academy, they're going to bring up the maps. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. They'll pull up data on local spending habits. Where are people in that area actually spending their money?
That's smart.
And they'll look at things like foot traffic patterns.
So it's about understanding the movement of people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they might discover that even though your store's on a busy street, it's not the street where your target demographic actually shops.
Interesting.
They might be concentrated 2 blocks over, where the new coffee shop everyone's talking about just opened up, right next to that independent bookstore that's always packed.
Wow, just a couple of blocks can make that much of a difference.
Absolutely. And that's the kind of insight that can make or break you, especially these days.
It's like having a secret weapon. You're not just guessing anymore, you're using real data to make decisions.
Exactly. And that's what I find so fascinating about Geobiz Academy. They're not just giving you interesting trivia, they're uncovering those aha moments that can transform your business.
It's about taking action, right?
Precisely. They offer a whole range of services to help businesses tap into this power of place.
Yeah, they've got a pretty impressive lineup on their website. I was poking around earlier, and some of the things that jumped out at me were geo-auditing, product analysis, and geo-marketing analysis. Honestly, they all sound incredibly useful, but I think we need to break it down for our listeners.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first up, geo-auditing. What in the world is that?
It's like a health check, but for your business's relationship to its location.
Okay, so instead of just looking at your financials, you're looking at what?
Imagine taking a map of your city, right, and then overlaying it with all sorts of data points.
Data points.
Like where your customers are located, where your competitors are, even things like local events and foot traffic patterns. It gives you this incredible 360 view of your business within its environment.
So it's about seeing how well your business actually fits into the physical world.
Precisely. And what's amazing is you often end up spotting blind spots, opportunities you would have totally missed otherwise.
And then you've got product analysis, which I'm guessing is more than just figuring out what's selling well.
You got it. This service dives into how your products are performing in different geographic areas. Like maybe your product is a bestseller in one city, but in another city, it totally flops.
Interesting.
By analyzing things like local demographics, cultural preferences, even the climate, they can help you understand those differences.
So you can adjust your strategy accordingly.
Exactly.
And then there's geo-marketing analysis. That sounds pretty self-explanatory, but I'm guessing there's more to it than meets the eye.
There always is. It's about analyzing how effective your marketing campaigns are across different locations. So are your ads reaching the right people in the right places?
Because you could be wasting a lot of money if they're not.
Exactly. And in today's world of online advertising where you can target so specifically, it's crucial to make sure your message is resonating with the right audience in the right place.
Makes sense. So we've talked about geo-auditing, product analysis, geo-marketing analysis. They all sound incredibly valuable, but is this just for certain types of businesses? Like, would this work for someone who's not in a traditional brick-and-mortar industry?
That's the cool part. It's surprisingly versatile. You see, because geography underpins, is the foundation of every business, their services can be applied across industries.
So it doesn't matter if you're in retail, real estate, restaurants.
Or even if you're entirely online, understanding place can give you an edge.
It's like we've been missing this whole other dimension of business.
And speaking of dimensions, there's one more thing we should probably mention. Geobiz Academy's unique framework.
You mean the GeoGraphy thing?
Yeah. It's not just a catchy name. It's actually a core part of their approach.
Okay, so GeoGraphy. It's catchy, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But you're saying it's more than just a clever name.
Right. It's actually a framework, a way of thinking about your business and using geographic data to guide you.
So walk me through this. It's not just about finding the perfect spot for your store or knowing the demographics of a neighborhood, right?
It's bigger than that. Think of Geography as a roadmap, but instead of leading you to a place, it's leading you through different stages of your business.
Okay, so how does that work in practice?
Let's say you're just starting up, right? You got your big idea. This would be like the Genesis phase in their framework.
I like it. Genesis sounds epic.
Right. So in this phase, you could use geographic data to figure out who your ideal customer is and, more importantly, where they are.
So, like, are they downtown, in suburbs?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it goes deeper than that. What are their needs based on where they live? What are their preferences? This helps you target your marketing, maybe even tailor your product to a very specific niche.
So it's about finding your tribe, and often your tribe is defined by geography.
Exactly. And then let's say your business is doing well and you're thinking about expanding. That's where the expansion phase comes in.
Makes sense. So how does GeoGraphy help with expansion?
You can use it to identify new markets that share similar characteristics to your existing customer base. It's like you're already successful in this one area, so let's find other areas that look like that.
So you're not just expanding blindly, you're using data to guide your growth.
Exactly. And then there's the optimization phase. This is where you're fine-tuning your operations, trying to get the most bang for your buck.
Every business owner's favorite thing.
Right. Well, GeoGraphy can help you with that too. Let's say you're looking to optimize your delivery routes, make them more efficient.
Save some money on gas, right?
Exactly. You can use this framework to analyze those routes, maybe even figure out the best locations for new warehouses based on where your customers are clustered.
So whether you're just starting out, expanding, or trying to squeeze every ounce of efficiency out of your business, this framework has you covered.
That's the beauty of it. It's not a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process.
And it really seems like Geobiz Academy is passionate about giving business owners the tools to do this themselves.
Absolutely. They have training programs. They offer ongoing support. It's about empowering businesses to become their own geographic strategists.
I like that. Teach a man to fish, right?
Exactly.
Speaking of which, I was on their blog earlier, and two titles really grabbed my attention. Why Geography Matters More Than You Think in Business, and The Unexpected Hero, Why Geography Holds the Key to Business Success.
Catchy, right?
Very catchy. It's like they're on a mission to change how we think about geography, especially in a world that's so focused on the digital.
It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that geography doesn't matter online.
Right. Like, we can connect with anyone, anywhere with a few clicks. So how does Geobiz Academy address that?
They argue that even in the digital age, our physical location still massively influences our behavior.
Give me an example.
Think about online shopping. You can buy anything from anywhere, but you're still probably going to choose a company that offers fast, affordable shipping to your zip code.
It's so true. I'd never really thought about it that way. But it makes perfect sense. Even when we're shopping online, geography is still shaping our choices.
Absolutely. Or think about the rise of hyperlocal services.
Yeah.
Everything from grocery delivery apps to on-demand dog walkers. These businesses are built on understanding the unique needs and preferences of people within a very specific geographic area.
Wow, that's a great example. It's like the digital world is actually bringing the importance of place back into sharp focus.
Exactly. And that's what Geobiz Academy is trying to highlight. They're not saying ditch the digital. They're saying use geography to make your digital strategies even smarter.
It's like they're bridging the gap between the physical and digital worlds. So we've talked a lot about the why of geobusiness, but I think what our listeners really want to know is what's in it for them.
You're right. That's the million-dollar question. And the beauty is, it's not a one-size-fits-all answer. What excites me about this approach is that it encourages you to ask yourself, how can I use these insights to get ahead in my field?
I love that. It's about taking this knowledge and making it work for your unique situation.
Precisely. If you're a real estate agent, for example, imagine being able to analyze hyperlocal data to not just identify up-and-coming neighborhoods, but to understand the specific factors driving property values on different streets.
Or imagine you're a restaurant owner. You could use location data to pinpoint the optimal delivery radius for your business, ensuring faster delivery times and lower costs.
Exactly. You could even analyze local demographics and tastes to tailor your menu to specific neighborhoods. The possibilities are incredibly exciting, and they touch virtually every industry.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive. I feel like I'm seeing the world and my own business in a whole new light.
That's what we like to hear. The most rewarding deep dives are those that spark curiosity and inspire action.
Absolutely. So for our listeners who are eager to learn more and start putting these ideas into practice, where should they go?
Geobiz Academy's website is a fantastic starting point. They have a wealth of resources, case studies, and they even offer free consultations to help you explore how geobusiness can transform your success.
Perfect. We'll make sure to link to their website in the show notes. So the next time you're looking at a map, don't just see borders and landmarks. See the hidden potential waiting to be unlocked. That's the power of geobusiness.